A flotilla of waterfowl has returned with the thawing ice. Huntley Meadows is still filled with the chorus of crows, and there's a mystery in my mold. Welcome to this week's Wildlife Vlog. With the ice gone this week, waterfowl have returned to the open waters of our lakes and marshes. This massive flotilla of Canadian geese was resting in a pond near my house now that the winter storms had abated. The marshes of Huntley Meadows had an even greater diversity of these waterfowl, not only geese, but also all types of ducks. There were also plenty of songbirds out foraging, like this eastern towhee. But most of my attention was once again drawn to the sheer amount of crows that haunt Huntley Meadows. Like a flock of flying cattle, these birds descend on the leaf litter of the forest floor, picking at the insects hidden beneath. I even witnessed this one stripping the bark from a dead tree, looking for burrowing insects within the rotten wood. But this wasn't just a feeding frenzy. I believe that my suspicions last week may have been correct. These crows were mobbing a larger bird. Although I don't show it here, I heard a nearby hawk calling, and as I left, I also heard a great horned owl deep in the woods. Perhaps one day I'll get lucky enough to see which big bird is making these crows so angry. And this wasn't the only swarm I saw this week. I left this sweet potato to rot a little bit too long, intending to do a mold time lapse. Instead of throwing it away, I decided I might as well cut it open to see what was lurking inside. In this cross-section view, we can see that mold has landed on the surface of the sweet potato and is steadily working its way into the softer tissue inside. This penicillium mold has formed fields of spore-forming structures. But that's not the only thing growing in this sweet potato. Upon close inspection, I found this sweet potato to be infested with microscopic mites. These are known as mold mites, or sometimes are called cheese mites. These are arachnids, 8-legged invertebrates that belong to the same family as spiders. Mold mites can be found around the world, but their numbers grow exponentially on rotting food. Though I can't be sure, I assume that eggs they have laid on the food hatch and result to chemicals released by the growing mold. As the mold continues its conquest of the rotting sweet potato, these fungus mites gain an ever larger food supply. They feed and reproduce at an astonishing rate. As if you weren't disgusted enough with your moldy food, here's one more reason to throw away your rotting rations. That's about it for this week. If you liked my work here, you should check out my Instagram, where I have all sorts of cool wildlife pictures. See you guys next week.